Well, the America First approach was premised on the assumption that the United States can actually distance itself from the world, can make itself immune to the world's problems, and could actually survive and thrive very well if it simply kept its focus on the country within. Now, there are elements of the America First approach which, make sense to me, which is we ought to think about our own internal interests, our own domestic, prerogatives, first and foremost, even as we engage with the world. That element of the America First approach, one can sympathize with. But the notion that one can distance oneself from the world, that one can stay isolated from all the developments on the outside and still remain both safe and prosperous, to my mind, is a big mistake. And the evidence of the first half of the 20th century really proves that point, that the world is a more dangerous place when the United States is not engaged with it. And so we cannot think of engagement with the world simply when compelled by necessity, simply when compelled by threats that suddenly emerge on the horizon. Rather, that engagement has to be continuous, it has to be disciplined, and it has to be focused on warding threats from arising, not just simply responding to threats when they arise. And I think that's where the America First logic fails completely, because it justifies engagement when there is a clear and present danger, but it does not seem too compelled to invest in engagement with the world precisely in order to prevent those dangers from arising. And so I think when you look at the broad canvas of evidence, I think the America First approach fails on multiple grounds. And I hope that does not become the new equilibrium in US foreign policy going forward.